All right, given the fact that we have seen this wild week, what does this week's price action prove to you?
I think the big picture, if you look over the last 12 months, is March 12th of 2020, we had $2 billion of trading on Binance, and the price was around 5,000. And August 10th, when my company entered the entire Bitcoin market, we had $1 billion of trading on Binance, and the price was around 11,000. May 18th, biggest day maybe ever for Bitcoin, we had $13 billion traded with the price around 37,000. I think what those stats tell you is that Bitcoin's coming to life. It's an institutional grade safe haven asset. And although there's volatility, the volatility is the price you pay for it to be 10x outperforming the S&P index over a decade and be outperforming NASDAQ and S&P by a factor of 8 in the last 12 months.
I want to get into that a little bit more, but first, did Elon Musk help trigger the sell-off we've seen?
You know, Elon's enthusiastic about Bitcoin, and probably he's just as enthusiastic as I am. He's also enthusiastic about renewable energy and making the environment green, and he'd like to be part of that solution, and he'd like for the Bitcoin community to work with him. And so I think everybody in Bitcoin's got the same objective. There's a little bit of skittishness in the market because this thing trades 24/7, 365 on tweets. And so sometimes you get volatility, but at the end of the day, I think we've got a good plan, and everybody's aligned on that plan.
All right. Even though Elon Musk, and I realize he deleted the tweet, referred to you as Giga Chad, apparently, on the platform.
Yeah, well, you know, the cyber hornets, they come up with colorful nicknames for all of us.
All right. So I want to get into the fact that MicroStrategy stock, for better or worse, basically trades in lockstep with Bitcoin, given the fact that you do have billions on the balance sheet in the cryptocurrency. In many ways, it kind of overshadows the fact that you do have this recovery afoot in your actual core business, which is business intelligence, given the fact that we saw double-digit revenue growth the last quarter. You're expanding into cloud offerings as well. Does that frustrate you, or do you see the fact that you're being, at least by investors, viewed as a Bitcoin holding company, part of a longer-term vision?
You know, I step back and always look at the big picture. If you look at it from minute to minute, day to day, you'd be frustrated. But we're up by a factor of 4x over 12 months. Our shareholders are delighted. Our employees are delighted. As I say, sometimes Bitcoin fixes everything. Our last 2 quarters were 2 of the best quarters in a decade for the software business. And the corporate brand's been amped up by probably a factor of 1,000 or more. So it's great for our core enterprise software business. Everybody wants business intelligence, and I think it's great for Bitcoin. And it's been great for the MicroStrategy shareholders. I mean, in March, they were looking at a $90 stock. So if you look at it from that point of view, nobody's complaining.
Yeah, and I get that. And I get we've seen the gains despite the volatility this week in Bitcoin. But when you have analysts ascribing anywhere from 2/3 to 4/5 of your enterprise value to the Bitcoin that are in your treasury right now, rather than that core business, how much can those synergies actually continue to contribute to the core business, even if you do see prices come off in Bitcoin even more aggressively?
You know, we got 2 strategies. One is to grow the software business, and marketing is key to that. So the fact that, you know, I now have 1 million Twitter followers makes it easier for me to deliver the company's business intelligence message to the world. And then the Bitcoin strategy is acquire more Bitcoin. The company, you know, has not financed its enterprise software cash flows. So the business intelligence software company is a financeable asset in the open market. So I feel like we've got a great synergy because the business intelligence software is stable, and it would be viewed as a value stock were it not for the fact that we bolted on a dominant digital monetary network that's growing more than 100% a year. I think that both of them work together well. And MicroStrategy is unique because we're the only publicly traded company that has the credibility to go to the capital markets and raise debt where the use of proceeds is Bitcoin.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.